The truth is, you don't need to be some genius to read people. You just need to know what to look for. And once I figured that out, everything changed. I stopped getting tricked. I stopped wasting time on fake people, and I started understanding what was really going on behind someone's smile. So I'm just going to tell you straight, these are the exact tricks I learned from the internet and YouTube, and I use them every single day. Okay, story time. A while back, I had this friend. Let's call him Jay. Super nice guy, always smiling, always helping people out. Everyone loved him. But something felt off. I couldn't explain it. He'd agree with you no matter what, like he was too scared to have his own opinion. I thought maybe he was just chill. But then I noticed something weird. Every time someone walked away, he'd change his tone, make a little comment, or laugh about them. I was like, wait, what? That was the first time I realized people show who they are when they think no one's watching. So I went deep, like rabbit hole deep. I started watching videos about body language, tone of voice, micro expressions, even the way someone stands when they talk to you. And yeah, some of it sounded like nonsense at first. But when I actually tried it, crazy. I could literally tell when someone was lying, just by the way they blinked or avoided eye contact. But here's the part they don't want you to know. Reading people isn't about judging them. It's about protecting your peace. When you can spot the little signs early, when someone's faking kindness or just using you, it saves you from a lot of pain. Trust me, I've been there. And most people never realize this, but you don't have to say anything to find out what someone's hiding. Just watch. Let them talk. Let them fill the silence. The truth always slips out eventually. Stay with me, because in just a few moments, you'll see how I tested these tricks in real life, and the results were wild. You ever sit across from someone and just know they're not telling the full story? Like, they're smiling, nodding, acting chill. But deep down, something's off? That's where I learned my favorite trick. Whenever someone's telling me something important, I pause. I don't react, I just stay quiet and watch. Most people get super uncomfortable in silence, so they keep talking, trying to fill the gap. And that's when the truth slips out. Every single time. I used this with a classmate once. We were doing a group project, and he kept saying he did the work, but forgot to upload it 3 times in a row. Something felt fishy, so during our group meeting, I asked him straight up, "So where's the file now?" He gave a quick answer, too quick. So I stayed quiet, just stared at him, and man, his whole vibe changed. He started stuttering, avoiding eye contact, looking around like he needed an escape route. That's when I knew. He never did it. I wasn't even mad, I just wanted the truth. Here's another one that's kind of freaky. The feet. Yeah, I know it sounds dumb, but most people lie with their face, not their feet. If someone's talking to you but their feet are pointed toward the door or away from you, that usually means they're not comfortable. Maybe they want to leave. Maybe they're hiding something. Either way, I always clock it. But here's where I messed up. At one point, I started overanalyzing everything. Like I couldn't just chill and have a normal convo anymore. I was scanning every blink, every pause, every hand movement. I even thought one of my good friends was lying to me because he scratched his neck while talking. Turns out he just had allergies. Yeah, embarrassing. That's when I realized context matters. One gesture doesn't mean anything on its own. It's the pattern, the change. Like, if someone always talks with their hands but suddenly stops, that's what you look for. If someone laughs with their mouth but not their eyes, run. I'm serious. That fake smile, that's your red flag waving right in front of your face, and most people miss it. So here's what I started doing. When I meet someone new, I look at how they smile. When they're genuinely happy, like when they laugh at a joke or talk about something they love, their eyes squint, their cheeks move, that's a real smile. Now I have a baseline. So when they smile later, but the eyes are cold, I already know they're faking it. This saved me from getting used. I was once talking to this dude at work. Super friendly, always hyping me up. He'd say stuff like, "Bro, you're killing it." But one day I caught him watching me when he thought I wasn't looking. His face, blank, no smile. Just this calculating stare. It hit me like a punch. He wasn't happy for me. He was competing with me. That's when I knew. Not every nice person has good intentions. Stay with me, because in just a few moments, you'll see the trick I used on someone who lied to my face and how I made them confess without even asking. Now here's a wild one. I learned that liars over-explain. Like, they give way too many details you didn't ask for. One time, someone borrowed money from me. A small amount, like 20 bucks. He kept saying stuff like, I was going to pay you back yesterday, but my cousin's car broke down, and then my grandma needed help, and then my phone died, and also I was fasting. Bro, I never asked for any of that. He was trying to sound believable, but all it did was raise alarms. Real people with real reasons keep it short. Hey man, I'm sorry. I'll pay you Friday. That's it. So now when someone gives me a whole life story to explain a tiny mistake, I know something's off. I don't even call them out. I just step back. Because you don't need to fight liars. You just need to see them for what they are and act accordingly. I didn't even believe this one at first, but hear me out. People mirror you when they like you or when they want something. It's called mirroring. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I remember I was hanging out with this girl I had a crush on. We were sitting at a coffee shop just talking. I leaned back and a few seconds later, she did the same. I scratched my arm and boom, she touched her sleeve right after. I thought it was a coincidence, but then I tested it. I picked up my cup with both hands, slowly. She followed. I'm not joking, I sat there thinking, yo, is she copying me? Turns out, yeah. When people are into you, their brain automatically syncs up with your body language. Now here's the twist. I later found out someone was mirroring me not because they liked me, but because they were trying to manipulate me. He wanted me on his side for something shady, so he copied my gestures, laughed when I laughed, even used my exact words later on. It felt like he was trying too hard to be my twin. Once I noticed the pattern, I backed away. That's when I realized mirroring isn't always about connection. Sometimes it's a tactic, and when it feels forced, it's fake. But here's the part they don't want you to know. The eyes don't lie. I mean that literally. If someone looks up to the right when you ask them a question, that often means they're imagining something, making it up. Look to the left. That's them accessing memory. I tested this with a friend. I asked him where he went last weekend, and his eyes darted up to the right. I asked again, same thing. He wasn't remembering, he was inventing. Most people never realize this, but the body tells on the brain. It leaks the truth. So if the words and the body language don't match, believe the body, every time. Let me tell you how all of this came together one night and completely changed how I see people. It was a small party. I didn't really want to be there, but a friend convinced me. I was standing in the kitchen, sipping juice, just observing people like I always do now. One guy was being super loud, telling stories, grabbing attention. Everyone laughed, but something felt off. I watched his smile. It was wide, but his eyes? Blank. His hands moved like he was forcing energy. His jokes felt rehearsed. So I stayed quiet and watched. Eventually, I caught him watching me too. And he didn't smile. He didn't blink. Just this cold stare like he was calculating something. And when no one laughed at his next joke, I saw his jaw clench. That's when it hit me. He needed attention, like badly. Not because he was confident, but because without it, he felt invisible. That night, I didn't just read him. I understood him. All the fake energy, the jokes, the smile. It was a mask. And under it was someone scared of not being seen. That's the biggest lesson I've learned, all these tricks. They're not to judge people. They're to see what's hidden, so you don't waste your time, your energy, or your trust on people who don't deserve it. Because once you learn to read people, you'll never let someone lie to your face again. You'll stop second-guessing your gut. You'll know who's real and who's performing. Most people live their whole life ignoring the signs, but not you. Not after this. So the next time someone smiles at you, look into their eyes, not their mouth, and trust what you see.